Hey everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Deborah and I am here to review episode 8 of Pinocchio, and I'm most likely gonna review episode 9 on Thursday and episode 10 on Friday, most likely from the looks of it. But yeah, let's do this. I'm really excited about this episode, so let's go straight into it. My favorite scenes, my least favorite scenes, and then what I thought about the drama as a whole. My number one favorite scene this week was definitely the kiss scene. Like, Park Shin-hye finally kissed someone. Do you even understand what that means though? I was just freaking out, like, oh my goodness, did she really just kiss him? Like, she just kissed him? Like, oh my goodness! And the kiss was so hot, so oh my goodness, I was just freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, Park Shin-hye's first ever real kiss in K-drama history. But yeah, it was just really hot, and it wasn't awkward. You grab, it's just so cool and stuff. So I really liked this, that she even returned the kiss and stuff. So the kiss scene and what led up to that was really cute, and I felt like that scene, because there wasn't really any major development between them in that scene apart from the kiss, because he didn't really say, oh, I like you too, or oh, let's date, or something like that. There wasn't really any concrete speech from him or talk about how he felt. He just let out his emotions, and I felt like he had to do that because of all he was going through with Hyung, his brother, realizing that he might not be Hyung might not be who he thinks he is because he just met his brother. So he had all this pent up feelings of 10 years or even more than 10 years held inside him, and he just kind of had to let it out in some way. And since he couldn't go the negative way by having someone, so he had to let it out by kissing Park Shin-hye and letting out at least that good emotion that he has. And he just couldn't hold at least one thing in. He's been holding so many things in: his love for her, his dislike for her mom, and he's missing his brother, and all that his family has gone through, the hate that he has in his heart. So he had to let one of those emotions out, so he kissed Park Shin-hye. So I really like that scene. Now let's go to my second favorite scene this week. My second favorite scene this week was definitely the scene where he met his Hyung finally again, and then they went to go get coffee or something, I don't know, but they went somewhere to talk. And then when they came out of the place, he asked his Hyung if he could call him Hyung, and it was just so cute, and I was just like, oh, this is so sad and so cute though. So I really like that scene. Now let's go to my third favorite scene this week. My third favorite scene this week was definitely the scene where the reporter guy, the what's his name, the captain of MSC group that's In-ha's company, In-ha's reporting company, told In-ha that what she did about the reporting was wrong, and if she had reported it as it was, she could have helped those people by letting the government realize that the government's doing something wrong, and so the government can help those people and help billions of people out there. And it was so interesting because when he was gonna start his when he was gonna start talking to her and like really telling her his reasoning for stuff, I already had it at the back of my mind that, hey, I think he's doing this because if you had done it the way they told you to do it, then the government might have been able to help these people out. So when he said it, I was just like, bingo, oh my goodness. That's so cool though. So I really like that, and that was so cool at that point. And I love how he went to meet the mom and he stood up to her and told her, hey, if your daughter does something right, you need to learn how to tell her that she did a good job when she does a good job and stuff. Being so stuck up and so mean and stuff. So I really like that scene. My fourth favorite scene this week was definitely the scene where Deborah came back to the reporting company, his company, and then when he came back, the two guys were waiting for him there to meet him, and then he told them about the whole suspect thing, that what if I found a suspect before the police officers, and then he told them it was a lie. But the reaction that time and after that, and then when the chief came and the chief was like, yep, you've just been played by him, I thought it was really cute. So I love love that scene. Now let's go to my least favorite scenes. My number one least favorite scene this week was definitely when the Hyung came to meet Choi Dal-po, when he found out that Choi Dal-po was a reporter and he kind of hit him on the pole and stuff. And it was so sad because Choi Dal-po could easily say, hey, I'm your brother, but then he won't believe him right now because he knows his brother is dead, and why would his brother become a reporter? And it's gonna be really hard for him to believe him. So I just felt so sad for him, for both of them, and it was just so sad. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, you could have saved your brother, but look what he's becoming now and stuff. So it was really sad. So I didn't like that scene. My second least favorite scene this week was definitely the time that Choi Dal-po lied to An Chan-soo about where he was. The 2 times he lied to them, those were my 2 least favorite scenes this week. I didn't like how he lied because now it's gonna make Chan-soo start suspecting him, and when Chan-soo finds out that there's a relationship, if he finds out that there's a relationship between Dal-po and the death of his dad and those guys, then it's gonna cause even more problems because he's gonna be suspecting Dal-po if he finds out who Dal-po really is. So I really didn't like that scene. I really wished he had told him the truth, because now he's gonna make An Chan-soo start suspecting him and not really trust him as he should, and that might make him lose some really important information regarding his brother's case and stuff. So I really didn't like that. My third least favorite scene this week was definitely when the brother had the accident and stuff. That was so sad, and I just felt so bad. I'm like, oh my goodness, Hyung. And what made it even sad was the fact that he thought it was his brother, not knowing that Choi Dal-po, his brother, is being a reporter somewhere and busy not telling him who he is. So that scene was just so sad and so annoying. I was annoyed at Choi Dal-po, and it was just so intense, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, Hyung, please be okay, please be okay. I know you might have killed someone and stuff, but still, you're still Hyung, okay? So I still feel for you, and you were so good before, and now you're doing something so good, and you're just giving yourself out there, even though you're doing it because you think he's your brother, but still, it's just so sad and stuff. So I really felt for that scene, and I didn't like that scene at all. Now let's go to what I thought about the drama as a whole, what little theory I might have for the episode that's coming up today. Alright, so this episode was pretty interesting. I love how the writers made it that even though there's no established foundation and for Shizo guarantee that Dal-po and in her are dating, but she knows that he now feels a certain way towards her, and he had so much pent-up emotions, hate, anger, love, so many things inside his heart that he had to let one out before he breaks down, because there's just so much that a heart can take, and that's it starts breaking down and stuff. So I really like how he finally let out one of his emotions, and he's like, forget this, I'm gonna kiss you, I'm tired of holding this in, I like you, F this and stuff. So he kissed her, forgive my French, so he kissed her and stuff. So I really like that was made, and now we can see how they're beginning to talk about things. I like how they communicate about things, and hopefully I feel like in her is gonna be the saving grace of Dal-po to help him through his young situation. I feel it's really interesting though that they're doing it right now. They're making them kiss. I was so shocked. I'm like, wait, they're kissing? What episode is this again? Episode 8? So I think that they're making this whole love situations happen right now because of what they're gonna face in the future in terms of the mom and the young, because something bigger and greater and even more bad is coming their way. So they need to realize that they love each other and they care about each other so much right now, so they can build a stronghold to be able to tackle the problem when they face it head on in future, probably and possibly together. So I really like that about this episode, this drama, and what it signified for what's coming. This episode should have had us screaming our heads out and so happy and fulfilled, but instead it had us going from an all-time low to an all-time high to an all-time low again. So instead of making us really happy and focusing on the fact that they kissed and they finally had a first kiss, what it left us feeling at the end was sadness and uncertainty, and we were all at a climax because we don't want Hyung to die. That scene was so touching. That scene kind of revived the kindness and the heartwarm feeling that we had towards Hyung, and it brought back those emotions to us, and it made us love Hyung even more, and it put us at this crossroads and at this bridge where we really don't know how to cross it, because we know he's done something bad, but we still love him because we see that there's still good in him. So it was a pretty interesting episode. I love how they still showed us that, hey, Hyung is not all bad. It's not like there's no saving grace for him, even though he thought it was his brother, but he saved someone and he wanted to kill himself to save that person, and that says a lot, to go an extra mile and not even think about yourself, just trying to save this little child. That says a lot about Hyung. So that was like a revival of his character and stuff, which obviously will be killed later, and I feel is gonna be killed by In-ha's mom's company from the preview that we saw, which I'm gonna hate. I really hope she doesn't twist the story around, but it looks like she might possibly do that in the episode coming, and I'm not finding that funny. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting how they did that for Hyung and stuff, and they kept us at the edge of our seats wondering what's gonna happen. Is he gonna lose his memory? Is he gonna die? Which he most likely wouldn't, because there's still so much that needs to be done and so many secrets that need to be brought out. So I think that's gonna be pretty interesting to see though. Something else that I really found pretty interesting this week is how they brought in the second female's lead liking Choi Da-po, because they didn't show us any sign in the beginning of anything that he was doing to her, maybe being extra nice or something that signified that he likes her even a little bit to her and stuff. But now that Bum-ju told her that Choi Da-po likes her, it's gonna get her mind running and thinking that every little thing he does might signify that he likes her, and that will probably lead to her liking him, which is gonna be bad because she's a sasang, and you know sasangs go crazy when they like someone. So it's gonna be really bad for in her and him if she falls for him and when she falls for him. So I'm not kind of looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But I think it's pretty interesting how they showcase that, because that happens so much in real life when people think a guy loves them because of what their friends are telling them, and the guy doesn't give two anything about you. He doesn't just care about you at all, but you have it in your head that he cares about you because someone told you he does, and you start seeing every little kind deed he does as a sign that he likes you, and he doesn't. So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting that they brought that in to tell people to think sometimes and not just be delusional because someone told you something and stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see though. This week was pretty interesting. It was just okay. This episode was really intense. It took us from a low to a high to a low. I am so scared for Choi Da-po right now because his brother is not gonna trust him and he's gonna come after him because he thinks he's a reporter that's after his back, but Choi Da-po isn't, and it's gonna be really sad when Choi Da-po finds out, like I said, all what his brother has done. So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking for what's gonna happen because I feel from henceforth it's gonna get really intense, and that is why they gave us that kiss. Like, all right, y'all take this kiss right now because we're going in for your hearts right now, and we're gonna be stabbing a lot of people's hearts. One thing I love about this drama is that we always wonder what else are they gonna bring, because we have an idea of what's gonna happen that's gonna cause conflicts and climaxes and anticlimaxes, but we don't know how the writer is gonna present it to us. But each time she presents it, or he presents it, I'm not sure if the writer is she or he, but it always blows our mind and it always keeps us at the edge of our seat and wanting more, which is a really good fit for a drama, because so many dramas these days you find that one episode is really good and then the next episode is really bad and then the next episode is really good and then next episode stuff like that you grab. But for this, every single episode that we've walked through so far has been really good, and I really hope that they keep the pace of the drama like that and keep us wanting more instead of making us feel in this episode and then feel ooh in the next episode and stuff. So yeah, this episode was really interesting. I liked it. It definitely kept me at the edge of my seat. It kept me laughing. It left me crying. It left me feeling anger. It left me feeling all kinds of emotions. So I really like how it brought out all the emotions in one go. This writer has been doing a really great job writing this script. But yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Did you like it or did you not like it? Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being the awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you, because I'm below for you. Peace. 널 사랑한 이유로 한 번도 널 사랑하지 않는